Hello, everyone. I'm Adam Bradford, head archmage of D&D Beyond, and we are here for another exciting edition of development update and community Q&A session. I've been gone for a little while. I'm so happy to be back. All right. So today's lineup, latest updates. I've got a special treat for everyone, a little teaser for the encounter tracker. We'll talk about what's upcoming. We have the AMA section, and we're also going to do some pop talk today. So if you have a pop talk topic, that is where you come up with anything. This can be anything that you want this to be, and I will do my best to talk about it for 3 to 5 minutes, and I will even do my best to tie it back into role playing and Dungeons and Dragons the best that I absolutely can. Sometimes that's hard, but we'll see what I can do. So if you have any topic that you would like for me to wax poetical about for 3 to 5 minutes, then paste that into the chat with the pop at the beginning of that, just like you see on the screen here. So let it say pop in front of it, and then Lauren Urban, our community manager, is going to collect those for me, and I will run through those when we get to the AMA section. If you have questions, going to do my best today to get through those. I never do, but I'm going to do my best. So ask those prefaced with the word question, and those will get collected magically in our little, I don't even know what it is, magical combine, and then it's going to spit those out when the question time comes. So let's jump in here. Latest updates. We did just complete a convention. It's one of the best of the year, PAX Unplugged. I love PAX Unplugged because I'm not trying to say anything negative about the video gaming communities out there, but I sure do love a PAX where it's not about video games. I love a PAX that is about tabletop games and tabletop games only. And so this is the third year they've had the convention, and I definitely think that this is turning into one of the best. And so, yeah, PAX is, Unplugged is a really great time. Philly is a great city. I appreciate everyone who stopped to say hello. I appreciate, there's nothing quite like being yelled at across a busy street, bad eye Adam, and me just, having to wave because there's no way I can possibly talk to you. But I do appreciate everyone saying hello. And it was great to see fans. It always is great to see other role players out there. We really have, we're living in great times for role playing. And so lots and lots of fun to engage with other players out there and see what's going on in your games, and to talk about what we're up to here at D&D Beyond. So we are working on the player-focused mobile app. I think we're going to have some things to show you before too much longer on that one for sure. Encounter tracking, as I've told you, we are going to tease a little bit of this today. And then digital dice rolling, this is certainly work in progress, and it is coming on strong. And I can't wait for people to be able to start using that. There's just something, again, I love physical dice. I'm trying to find some right now, and I was just going to roll one impulsively, but I love physical dice. But there's something about these digital dice that come across as very satisfying. So definitely looking forward to folks being able to get their hands on that. So let's look in. Let's go ahead and look into the encounter builder teaser now. So we got a video where, and this is really just because I had trouble getting it on my machine today. So it was better that we just capture a video. So we're going to play through the video now and see how this goes. All right. So hopefully you're seeing this. You can look at your encounter itself. You can obviously look at the creatures that are going to be in your encounter, just like always. And then you can run the encounter. And as this is happening, you see that the sidebar changes a bit. You're able to add in your player characters from a campaign. So then you've got all of those player characters ready, collecting initiative scores, and then you can automatically roll the monster initiative, whatever, once you start combat, Everything orders itself appropriately. You can apply damage and healing as needed to any of the creatures that are involved in the combat at that point in time. You're able to yeah, so I think we're gonna start over here. You will be able to track status conditions at any point in time as you're running the encounter. Another thing that will not be in the very first version of this as it comes out, but something we will be working towards, is the ability for once we have the player characters added in here, like the screen you're seeing now. I'm not sure how the delay is working here, so hopefully it's lining up decently. But you will have a button as a dungeon master that will say essentially roll for initiative, and a dungeon master will be able to hit that button, and then anyone using D&D Beyond at the table will be prompted on their character sheet to then either digitally roll for your initiative, and then that would automatically come in, or you can physically roll and input the number, and then that number will automatically come in and everything will sort itself automatically. And that's really, really important, because as many years as I've played, it always is something that just grinds the table to a halt when we say roll for initiative. And then all of a sudden, that always that very eager person that obviously rolled really well, it's whoever has advantage on initiative and they want to impress everybody. They're like, I got a 23, I got a, and people start yelling things at you as a DM, and you're like, hold on, hold your horses, I need to record this in some way, or I've started getting someone else to record it for me. And then you go around with the question of anybody over 20, anybody over 15, anybody over 10, all those questions. It always bogs down combat. What's going to be great about this as we get this out and going is we're going to be able to say prompt, roll for initiative, prompts everybody, notifies them on their screen, lets them roll it right there. Everything comes in. You should be ready to play the first turn within 20 seconds, and it really is going to be a magical thing. And then being able to see important information about your player characters and the creatures they are encountering at a glance is going to be important. Obviously, you can dig down into any of these and see full statistics as needed. You're able to move them around as needed. This is also the starting point. Again, this will not be there from the beginning, but now that we are going to start tracking time and durations, this is where we're going to be able to start layering in temporary effects such as rage and so on. So it will track how long you have been enraged and all of that. So very excited. This is starting to materialize into a real concept and really something that we're working on. All right, we can go ahead and pull that away. Digital dice rolling. I think I've shown you this before, but since it's the holidays, I think I'm going to just do it again because I can't get enough. I can't get enough of your dice, baby. All right, here we go. So we are loading a character that is a really, really amazing character named Briv Steelmarrow. And so for Briv here, I guess I could zoom in a little bit here. It's going to mess with some of the styling because this is a little temporary. But I do love that, I'm able to come in and roll here. I'm seeing a lot of, is that looking as choppy? Should I refresh or something over here? Will? Mr. Producer Will? Okay, maybe just because it's being sent. Well, I can tell you that on my screen, this is looking wonderful. But you're going to be able to roll all these dice anytime you have damage. You're going to be able to do that too. Oh, it's looking like we're in some kind of like weird warp zone on the stream, which is incredible. So yeah, I don't know what's happening there. Is there a way that I can, I don't know, refresh that, or would I have to get all the way out? Yep. All right. Okay. All right. Well, either way, I think we've shown this before, and the connection's been a little bit stronger. But yeah, very, very excited about the dice too. And I hope that we have something that we can share on that before too much longer as well. All right, let's kill Briv. Gone. Moving forward into upcoming. So we are still working on class feature variants for Unearthed Arcana. This is a priority for us. We know that this is something that folks are asking for out there. And so we are working on it, and we will provide an update as soon as we have a clearer timetable for when that's going to be out. But we are working hard on it. Easy button book release. That is something that we've talked about before. As we looked at this 2019, one of the reasons that we haven't been able to jump into as many new features as we would like to is Wizards of the Coast keeps changing a whole lot of stuff in every book that they release, which is a great thing for the game, but it definitely ties up our developers in a variety of ways. And we were seeing that, over half our development hours were being spent on reacting to changes for books from Wizards of the Coast. And so we are trying to automate the parts of the process that we can automate, that we maybe didn't have to automate before. But we're seeing again that as we get more and more products, more and more things coming to DDB, and as they are making more and more changes to the rules, this becomes something that we don't want to spend that much time on. And so we're working kind of during our December period here before our holiday break on trying to make some changes there to make that better. And then the aforementioned holiday break, this is the time to recharge the batteries. This is one of, if not my favorite times of the year. It never fails. If I try to take a vacation any other time of the year, doesn't even matter. I still get messages from all over the place, variety of sources, needing something or needing, having to have a question answered or whatever else. I do my best to protect that time when I'm on vacation during the year. But the best part about this holiday break is everybody is off. And so I pretty much can just put my phone in the toilet if I wanted to. And I am going to get a solid 2 or 3 weeks off there. And so it's an incredible time for us to recharge our batteries. And it is a required and needful time for our developers and their friends and family. And for us to be able to come back in January, hitting the ground running and ready to go. So that is going to start happening. So pretty much as of the 20th of December, you're going to see things start just winding down to a standstill. The website won't be updated. We will certainly be monitoring and making sure that as you're playing during the holidays, that everything is working. So all of that, of course, will happen. And if some kind of catastrophe happens with AWS or whoever who knows what happens out there, we will be on top of that. But we just won't be releasing any new things from at any point after December the 20th all the way until the new year. So we will have a dev update next week. So I'll talk about all the holiday greetings and everything then, but we're looking forward to that break upcoming for sure.